Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Let's Talk. So I'm gonna do a bit of juicing. My stomach is feeling weird, and it's very important that you listen to your body and understand what your body is saying to you. So I am going to go on a 2-day juicing diet. Well, juice and vegetables and fruits. Because my stomach needs a break. My gastrointestinal system needs a break. So I'm going to go on a 2-day cleansing of having just my juices, natural juices, fruits and vegetables. So I stocked up on fruits today. So I have my bananas, I have my plantain, I have 4 different types of peaches. So this is my fruit thingy. I washed them, so I'm waiting on them to dry, and then I'll put them in the refrigerator. So it's plums, kiwi, mango, and other stuff. Plus I have pineapple, melon, and avocado, pear, and some other stuff in the refrigerator. So this t-shirt is from my store. So please go check my store out, and I'll leave the link in the description below. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So this video was actually inspired by a friend I was talking to last night, and we're talking about how persons today are younger persons are now having chronic illnesses, which back in the day you wouldn't find a 20-year-old dying of heart attack. You wouldn't see a 20-year-old having hypertension. So our diet and our lifestyle practices, it's a 360 degree. Mark you, hypertension and diabetes are also hereditary, but I know persons who have like, for example, my grandmother had hypertension and diabetes. My mother has diabetes, so I'm trying my best not to have either of the two. So while it's hereditary, our lifestyle practices can prevent us from having it or prolong the chances of us getting it. I know stress is also a risk factor, and so we have to try and create a balance. So rest is absolutely important. So for my juice, I'm gonna have my apple, I have my beetroot, I have my carrots, pineapple, cucumber, and I love ginger because it gives that little zing. And then this is the cutting from my beetroot, and I actually plant these and get more beetroot from it. So this part goes down in the soil, and then this part will grow the leaves, and eventually you'll have beetroot. So I have a couple growing from the cutting, still young, but when I'm harvesting, if it's successful, I'll do a video on that as well. So why I have this combination, it boosts your immune system. It has a lot of antioxidant properties. So powerful antioxidants in some of these ingredients are the lutein, the beta carotene, and flavonoids. All these are powerful antioxidants that can help to boost the immune system. I have my vitamin C, so this is going to detoxify my body, boost my immune system, boost my mental health, increase my vitamin C, which is also going to better skin tone, tighter skin, but it needs consistency. So this has a lot of health benefits. So just to avoid the noise from the juicer, I'm just going to talk a bit. Childhood obesity has been a pandemic, a global pandemic for years. We have to start training children from now on what to eat and what not to eat, and not have them get too hooked on junk food, because junk food is addictive. And we have to start training them from now, because if you don't start training them from now, when they get older, then they're already hooked on it. Even though once there's life, there's hope, you can still change it. Younger persons, for example, a discussion I had with my friend last night was that some of these fertility problems, and I'll tell you some true stories, some of these fertility problems, erectile dysfunction, is from lifestyle practices. So true story, I've had I know a couple of persons who went to their specialist because, you know, they're trying to get pregnant, and the specialist saw nothing wrong. So I'm telling you about cases where there's nothing wrong with the person's reproductive system. And so while some of them could afford in vitro fertilization, others could not. And one of those persons that did in vitro fertilization, two of those persons who did in vitro fertilization, after a couple of years, got pregnant by natural means because they decided to change their whole lifestyle at 360. So it's not just eating healthy, it's exercising as well. And mental health is also extremely important, because if you notice, both men and women, for some persons, when they're stressed, yeah, they may have sex more often, but you find that some persons, men and women, when they're really stressed, they have little to no desire for sex. So that's just proof that stress can affect your sex life. So while these two persons changed their lifestyle habits, they got pregnant by natural means, but they had already paid for in vitro fertilization, which was successful, and they had their first one person had their first and second child through that. Other persons I know could not afford it, and so they decided to change their lifestyle practices, and years later they got pregnant through natural means. Remember, free radicals, they can affect our total well-being. Free radicals can also affect your fertility, because these free radicals attack not just your brain and makes you at higher risk of Alzheimer's, dementia, but it can attack your reproductive organs, and that can make you infertile or also lead to other sexual dysfunction, even in men. So it's very important to take charge of your health. Now, make no mistake, a fruit diet doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. You can actually put weight on a fruit diet, because these fruits, while they have good sugars, they also, depending on the type, they also have protein, and they have other nutrients which can accumulate and lead to weight gain. I remember a couple of years ago, I was just having fruits for a while, again, to give my stomach a break, and I was putting on weight. So remember, having just fruits and vegetables doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. All right. So I'm just going to do my juicing, and because the apples are prone to oxidation, I'm going to do those first. And if you're watching my videos, you would see or understand what the antioxidant versus oxidation process is. All right. So let's talk a little bit more about health. So I've seen a couple of young persons dying of heart attack, being diagnosed with heart conditions, having hypertension, having diabetes, and back in the day we never saw this. You know, back in the day, our young people were healthy people, not inflicted with these chronic illnesses like I'm seeing young persons today being inflicted with these chronic illnesses. So let's approach it on a systematic basis. When you eat healthy, you're feeding your brain, and you can ward off yourself from getting some of these chronic illnesses and these degenerative illnesses such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. So you can actually protect yourself from having some of these illnesses or decreasing your chances of getting some of these illnesses. If you remember in one of my culinary series, I spoke about the gut being the second brain. Now in our gut, we have what we call microbiota. And microbiota can determine whether we stay healthy or whether we become ill. Microbiota does not like junk food, doesn't like refined sugars. It actually loves natural foods. It loves fruits. It loves vegetables. It loves all these things that are healthy for us. These microbiota secretes substances that mimics hormones in our bodies. Hormones such as serotonin. Remember, serotonin is that feel-good hormone, right? That makes after a good workout or any activity makes you feel really good. It also secretes other hormones that help to decrease anxiety, make you have a good night's sleep. So microbiota is extremely important. So feed your stomach right and it can determine your health. Usually when I do my juicing, I would use, for example, the carrots. I would save the carrots. I put it in the freezer. When I'm doing dumplings, I would use the what's left from the carrot to put it in the flour and knead it as well, and that would give me extra roughage in my dumplings. So this is going to go into my compost bin because I have it mixed with so many other stuff, so that's going to go into my compost bin. And this is my juice, just from the few ingredients, and I didn't even use all the carrots, so I only used some of the carrots, and that's going to be my juice. This is very delicious, and I add ginger to it because ginger gives me that zing that I love. Don't use too much ginger because it may overpower the taste of your juice, but like if I'm doing green juice, I add ginger to it because it makes it more palatable. So I'm gonna spend a couple more minutes doing some juicing, and I tend to put my juice just 3 days. I don't go more than 3 days. So I put it in my airtight glass container and I label it and I put it in the refrigerator. Now a juice like this is palatable. This tastes good. It really tastes good. So I'd make it in a bigger container. And then the ones that, is not so palatable but healthy, I put it in a smaller one because I eat for health, not necessarily for taste. So do you eat for how something tastes or for the health benefits of the product? I have a friend who says sometimes some healthy stuff tastes like chalk. The chalkboard. As kids, sometimes you used to buy the chalk and eat it. Just something kids do. So I understand what he meant when he said sometimes a healthy food tastes like chalk. Healthy food can taste good, but sometimes it's an acquired taste. So he says, yeah, sometimes it tastes like chalk, which I get what he's saying, but he eats for health. He doesn't eat for how food tastes. And that's the same thing with me. So if I'm making my green juices or other juices where, it's an acquired taste for some people, I put the ginger in it because ginger tends to make it more palatable. And if you notice, I covered my juice because this decreases the oxidation process and keeps the juice nutrient dense for a longer time. So if it's exposed, then the oxygen is going to lead to the oxidative process, and I'm gonna lose the nutrients in the juice much quicker. So keep it covered and not exposed to air. So again, I encourage you to take charge of your health. This pillow is actually from my store. So again, feel free to check out my store. There's no charge, and this comes in different colors. And I have my face mask as well. And I will donate part of the proceeds from the face mask sale. It will be donated to charity. So this is my face mask. My ears are covered, so can't put on the earlobe, but this is my face mask, and it comes in different colors as well. So feel free to check out my store. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for spending another Let's Talk with me t-shirt from store. And for those who have been supporting my store, thank you so much. I really appreciate the love and the support that my viewers, my subscribers, and everyone has been showing to me. And I wish... This is another mask from my store. It says Saving Lives. It has my logo. So this is how it looks. And my earlobes are covered, so you won't see it. So feel free to check this out in my store. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. God bless.